Okay, we are at day 3 of writing my book about the end of life, the end of my life. Can just go right into it. I just came from my grandma and the family, like parents and brother, for Easter Sunday, and we ate and we talked and so on. All these things that you do on an Easter Sunday on a beautiful sunny day, really nice outside. So accordingly, I'm wearing some green, which is positive and thriving and nourishing and so on. But still, it's supposed to be about the end of life. So let's try. I'll be running the 25 minutes Pomodoro, and let's see how that works. So I have a prompt that I created for me. Which questions am I asking? Am I giving answers? If yes, which kind of answers am I providing? That's very tough, right? So I know it's about the end of life, or the end of my life, or the end of anyone's life. The questions I could be asking could be none. I could be asking no questions. That would be fine. If I did ask questions, I would say, why do we die? Why can't we live forever? What does the end of life even mean? Is there something like a complete life? Is it fair to say I've lived enough and that's it? Bye bye. See you soon somewhere else. Do we have to live until it becomes really painful? Isn't it wiser to stop when at peak? Don't champions in sports do that when they won their respective highest thing they can achieve? Is living life about achievement? Then what does achievement even mean? I'm looking at that book again, Plea for Love, which is my reminder to be loving and receive and give as good as I can. Is love the measure for life? Does little love, give and take, drain life energy out of you? Is giving love, receiving love actually the measure for life? Is that the answer? Love is the measure for life? And are we all going to become philosophers and or poets at the end of our days, as written on day 1? I believe there's an inherent instinct or drive or need to share one's wisdom. That's why people are rich and wealthy or are successful in business. Not only want success, but what's the word? Legacy. Leaving a mark in the world. Because essentially, what stays after your final day on earth is your name, a gravestone, and maybe some reputation or stories about you. People forget about people unless they leave a lasting impression on them, like deep connection, deep love, deep friendship, or a platonic touch of intellectual character, or something totally else. Leaving a mark, leaving something behind, not leaving something behind, dying without anybody noticing or missing. It's probably the worst feeling to die with. Knowing or feeling nobody cares about you is what probably kills you before you factually cease to exist. Answers. The end of life is the end of living. The question of life is the question of the necessity of being. Some people live with no direct purpose in life. Some people have a strong purpose. I personally am not sure about my purpose in life other than telling stories and collecting stories to become storyteller, be a storyteller, even as a grandpa, telling stories, fictitious or factual, to my biological children. What if I'm a grandpa already and already telling stories to my non-biological children? What if my dream is already happening right in front of me? What would I do if my dream was accomplished? What other drive is there? Having kids, having a partner, 2, 3, having no partner, just floating around as a solo person, single person. Okay, what kind of answers I'm providing? I only provide answers from things I've heard and experienced. I can invent answers also. Heck, just writing a book about the end of my life, or pretty much anyone. End of life is an invention. It's creativity. End of life is the end of creativity, at least traditionally. When I told my family I'd be writing a book about the end of my life, the opposite of excitement was the reaction. But they're also not the kind of people who understand things I'm doing. I'm a misunderstood. Poor me, right? I have to explain things in a way other people understand? Or is it okay to not be understood, to be misunderstood? Is lack of understanding, and therefore lack of appreciation of others, a motivation for suicide? Can appreciation facilitate? I feel like that maybe at some point I will do one session without camera, just because maybe I feel a little bit that I have to do something for the camera, although I'm just writing. But I don't know, to get into the depth here, when it's the end of your life, you have nothing to lose. Having nothing to lose is liberating. The only thing I'm worried about when dying is who will take care of my data. Okay, so I will die. I will cease to exist. Goodbye. My friends, non-friends, allies, non-allies, enemies, non-enemies, people I met and people I haven't met. I'm not sad. You, don't be sad. It's just the end of another existence. Someone else will be born instead. Replace me. Someone better. Someone more mature. Someone less goofy. Someone more responsible. Someone more fun. Someone less average. Someone more exciting to talk to. Average Alex is saying goodbye, and his last words are, I have only 20 seconds to write, and this is what I came up with. Keep smiling. Okay, that's it. That was day 3. See you tomorrow.